Beginning his career in Mexico, Rodney Ingram has become a multi-talented performer, bridging together world experience and creative drive. Growing up in the rural city of Sayulita in Mexico, Rodney Ingram was passionate about living the life of a performer.
Yeah, there wasn't a great deal of musical theater as part of the culture, but when I was in 7th grade, I got the chance to go to the American School of Puerto Vallarta. So there was a little bit of influence of like the American musical theater tradition. So paired with the Mexican tradition of everybody singing and the mariachis and the music all the time, that was what I grew up loving, what I grew up listening to. And then kind of going to high school at the American School really gave me the opportunity to do musicals there.
It was the drive to pursue his dream that took him to Paris at the young age of 16. By doing it on his own, he further connected with the idea of making musical theater his lifestyle.
I transferred from the American School of Puerto Vallarta to the American School in Paris, and they accepted me, so I knew that I had to go. There I lived with a French family, learned the language, and at that high school they had a musical theater department and a whole musician staff, and it was a lot of fun. I was in every choir, every vocal group I could. You know, I was the art kid or nerd.
After graduating high school in Paris, Rodney moved to New York City, where he learned the importance of persistence.
I knew that New York was the epicenter for musical theater, but consequently, since there's so much competition, none of those musical theater schools actually accepted me. So try as I might, I would audition for all these schools and not a single one did. So I thought, okay, well maybe this is not for me. At the end of the day, maybe I'm not meant to do this. And that was a very kind of sad time because this was my passion, of course.
It was only a matter of time before Rodney got his first big break. In 2014, he obtained his first Broadway job when he joined the cast of Aladdin.
I started that in 2014. And I got the opportunity to be in the ensemble, and I had the understudy responsibility of the title role of Aladdin. You feel like you get shot out of a cannon because, you know, right from the start, you're jumping on the buildings, you're singing the songs, you're kind of not even thinking what you're doing. If I'm honest, I barely remember that first part. However, there's a moment when all that fades away and then there's a spotlight on you and you sing your solo number. And there I am for the first time in my life, you know, being on a Broadway stage, and every single eye in that theater is looking at me. Like, the rarity of that moment was never lost on me.
After taking part of a newer Broadway hit as Aladdin is, Rodney joined the all-time classic story of The Phantom of the Opera, stepping into the role of Raoul.
Wow, is it possible that I can be able to, you know, fill these shoes of Raoul, this play that has been just a staple in like the musical theater canon, and it's just extraordinary. And the truth is, it's an honor to be able to fill those shoes and to be able to play this part and to sing these beautiful, beautiful songs.
Through all the wisdom he acquired from his experiences, Rodney shared a message for anyone looking to belong in any given field, especially for Latinos looking to make it on Broadway.
You know, as you know, there's not a great deal of Latino Broadway stars, or frankly, a great deal of Latino representation in general, with a few exceptions, obviously, in some Latino-centric shows. But to be in a show like this, where, you know, strictly speaking, I'm supposed to be a French aristocrat, and I come from, you know, from a fishing village in Mexico. That's an extraordinary thing, and I feel like I'm very aware of that, and I'm very proud of that, and I'm very proud to represent my culture. I mean, that's something that I keep in my heart every day.
Rodney Ingram is truly an artist of the stage. If you want to catch him in action, visit The Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. For Out in the Open, this is Lizzie Dominguez.